You're listening to the Options Insider Radio Network, the home of the Options Podcast. For more quality options programs, visit theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app available in the iTunes and Google Play stores. Select programs are also available via live stream at mixlr.com/options-insider. That's mixlr.com/options-insider. Don't forget to follow along with your favorite programs and submit your own questions for the hosts at twitter.com/options, stocktwits.com/options, facebook.com/theoptionsinsider, or via questions at theoptionsinsider.com. The Options Insider Radio Network is sponsored by Fidelity Investments. At Fidelity, you'll always get a great value for your options trades. And with powerful investing tools that provide clear next steps, plus independent research and a wide range of investment types, we can help you make better trading decisions. Learn more about options trading with Fidelity at fidelity.com/options. Options trading entails significant risk and is not appropriate for all investors. Certain complex option strategies carry additional risk. Before trading options, contact Fidelity Investments by calling 800-544-5115 to receive a copy of the characteristics and risks of standardized options. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
Good morning. Today is Thursday, September 20th, 2018. This is your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Our first story today is from investing.com. It's the top 5 things to know in the market on Thursday. First thing to know is Wall Street was set for a positive open. U.S. stock index futures pointed to a higher open on Wall Street as investors set aside concerns over the ongoing trade war between the U.S. and China. Second thing to know is Micron reports earnings. There's a late quarter lull in earnings reports, but results are still expected from a few notable companies today. Micron Technology is slated to report fiscal fourth quarter results after U.S. markets close. The chip maker is expected to report earnings of $3.32 per share on revenue of $8.25 billion, according to estimates. Third thing to know is the dollar and treasury yields slip. Away from equities, the dollar edged lower against its major rivals, hovering around the lowest level in around 8 weeks, in part as safe haven demand for the U.S. currency embedded as investors set aside trade concerns for now. The U.S. dollar index, which measures the greenback's strength against a basket of 6 major currencies, was down 0.15% at 93.97, not far from Tuesday's low of 93.88, which was the weakest since July 26th. In the bond market, the yield benchmark 10-year Treasury notes, which on Wednesday touched its highest level since May 18th, was at 3.066%, compared with its U.S. close of 3.083%. Fourth thing to know is Philly Fed and housing data is ahead. On the data front, the Philly Fed manufacturing survey came out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, with economists predicting a jump to 17 for September from 11.9 in August. Investors will pay particular attention to data for any impact tariffs are having on the sector. At the same time, there will be the weekly initial jobless claims figures, which came out. With the market, they were looking for a small rise to 210,000 from the week before. The August report on existing home sales is then due at 10 a.m. Eastern. And the fifth thing to note today is oil prices rise to the highest level since July. Oil prices rose for a third consecutive session, with the U.S. benchmark hitting its highest level since July amid another drawdown in U.S. inventories and strong U.S. gasoline demand. U.S. crude added 0.4% to $71.06 a barrel, the most since July 11th, after data showed U.S. crude inventories fell 2.1 million barrels last week its fifth weekly drawdown to 394.1 million barrels. That was the lowest level since February 2015. Our second story today is from Yahoo Finance. That's finance.yahoo.com. CBOE Exchange turns to machines to police its fear gauge. Hard pressed to quash. No, it says quash. Hard pressed to quash allegations that its popular fear gauge is being manipulated, CBOE Global Markets is turning to artificial intelligence to help put those concerns to rest. The exchange, which owns the lucrative volatility index, the VIX, has taken several steps to confront manipulation claims that have helped drive the CBOE's stock down about 15% this year, putting it on pace for its worst year ever. In its latest effort to police trading tied to the index, the CBOE is working with FINRA, its regulatory services provider, to develop machine learning techniques to tell whether the market conditions surrounding the VIX settlement are potentially anomalous, the exchange told Reuters. Incorporating the use of machine learning and AI, that's artificial intelligence, is a logical part of the ongoing enhancement of our overall regulatory program. Greg Hugazian, CBOE's chief regulatory officer, said in an emailed statement. Our third story today is from investing.com with copper options. China steps up challenge to London and New York rivals. The Shanghai Futures Exchange will launch copper options trading on Friday, aiming to take a slice of a $270 billion global market in one of its biggest challenges yet to London and New York rivals. The product, which follows the launch of sugar and soy meal options last year, comes as the exchange also considers opening its flagship copper options to foreign investors, or copper futures rather, to foreign investors, and is a major step in China's prolonged effort to develop its derivatives industry. Options help metal consumers, producers, and traders manage price exposure. Our final story today is from investing.com. Bitcoin prices firm above 6,000 and XRP soars 15%. Bitcoin prices pushed higher on Thursday, attempting to break out of what has been a relatively subdued period for the world's largest digital currency. The world's most valuable digital currency was up around 2%. That's $6,434.90 on the Bitfinex exchange at 8:05 a.m. Eastern Time, after rising as high as to $6,549.90. Bitcoin is not traded outside the $6,100 to $6,600 range since September 6th. Beyond Bitcoin, the price of other major cryptocurrencies also increased. Ethereum, the world's second largest cryptocurrency by market cap, was up roughly 3.5% to $213.10. Meanwhile, XRP was trading at 36.003 cents. That's up 15% for the day. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is news you can use for today, September 20th, 2018, your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Trade smart, and have a great day.
Thank you for listening to the Options News Rundown. To learn more about these stories or any other developments from the world of options, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com, the premier source for free options information. The Options News Rundown is brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in option trader education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's live Advantage group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider.
The preceding program was a production of the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play. Don't forget to follow along with your favorite programs and submit your own questions for the hosts at twitter.com/options, facebook.com/theoptionsinsider, or via questions@theoptionsinsider.com.